right, today's guest on Behind the Fiction is Natalie Roberts, a.k.a. N.D. Roberts, a.k.a. Nat. Nat, welcome to the show.
Hi, Steve.
And we're excited to have you on because I think this is your first podcast interview.
Yeah, it's my first interview ever. I'm quite nervous.
First of many. First of many, we'll hope.
Yeah, no.
And so you have written some things for LMBPN. You have this gift of picking things up sort of in the middle. You picked up T.S. Paul's series and
Yeah,
wrote books 3 and 4 for that series a year or so ago.
yeah.
That's not what we're talking about today, but that sort of shows this gift you have for sort of picking something up and running with it. What was that like to pick up the T.S. Paul series?
Oh, I remember at the time I was just so excited. We'd just done the fans right, and I was kind of just wondering, what am I going to do now? I'm going to go and go back to maybe teaching karate, carry on caring for my family. No, no. Michael's like, would you finish this for me, please? I was like, okay. So yeah, and it's a different situation this time because I get the characters from the beginning, so it's
Yes.
quite fun.
Yes, and so today we're talking about. So we were just talking about the Etheric Academy was the
Yeah.
series that you wrote books 3 and 4 for. And there's a box set out for that now with the first 2 books that Scott wrote and the last 2 that Nat wrote. So check
I
that out.
believe Emily's finished the narration for the
Well,
fall.
the audiobook is not fully out yet, but the
Oh,
box set for all 4 books is either out or coming out very soon, and then we're going to also do a box set for the audio as well,
cool.
which will be very cool. But what we're talking about today are what a series that the name within the company is the Bethany Ann Kids books.
Yeah.
The technical name for the series is Out of Time, and it's sort of interesting the way this lays out. That these are novella-length books. I think the first one's going to be around 35,000 words. They're probably all going to be in about that range. And the first one takes place between books 6 and 7 of the Kurtherian Endgame. So it's Out of Time book 1, and it's sort of Kurtherian Endgame book 6.5.
Yeah, well, the way the Cthulhu Gambit's been going is lots of authors are coming in now. So Mike has all this plot, and there was just no room. These children, they have a lot of growing up to do, and a lot of the fans and the readers love the children. So it's like, could you? And I was like, okay, then.
Well,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about what to expect from not only the first book, but from this short series that you're working on.
Okay, so readers of Endgame will know all about the VidDoc system, which is like this immersive training, recreational, like full VR. It's brilliant. It's not my thing, I'll be honest. Like Michael loves all the lit RPG and all the game. I like stories about growth.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had to mash that in a little bit to appease both. So it's not quite a game world. I can't say too much without giving away the whole thing, though.
Which we obviously don't want to do. So let's talk about the 2 main characters for the series, the twins, Gabriel and Alexis.
Okay, so Alexis is just like Bethany Ann, but she doesn't have like the wisdom or the self-control yet.
Uh-huh.
So she will just go and do something. She doesn't see that it's wrong to go and like hack Meredith, for example, to get some information that she wants
Uh-huh.
because it's for the good. So she has to kind of come to terms with what she wants and what she needs to be doing.
Does she have her mother's sense of right and wrong?
She's getting there. She doesn't always see that she has to follow the rules
Uh-huh.
as they apply to everybody else. She's very clever, you see. So it's quite interesting to see how she reacts to these adults around her, and she thinks she knows better, but
Uh-huh.
that's her age. That's the age, you
Yeah, that's
know.
what happened. So exactly how old are they in this book?
Okay, so the whole age thing has been quite fun. Um, they have had times in this system where they have been like, I don't want to say force aged, but they've grown quicker.
They
I
did grow very quickly
yes,
through
well,
the in-game series.
babies, I think, are very difficult to have when you're constantly fighting for like justice and freedom and all the good things, you know? So yeah, they went in and they were aged from toddler age up to like 10 or so after they were kidnapped. Oh, they've had a very, very tough life, bless them. No, they were kidnapped and addicts. Oh, and then so this is a huge part of their growth. There was this whole character, Addicts, who was this spider lady alien, and she does a whole lot of stuff in Mike's book that I shouldn't be talking about in case it's spoilers, but it affects the children very much because this alien was kind of their governess, their nanny,
Uh-huh.
while their parents are at war, and she's like no longer with us anymore. It's quite sad, and that's like this huge. They're having to deal with that now.
Okay, so a little bit of a spoiler alert there. With Alexis, is she as much of an ass kicker as her mother?
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. I mean, this is gonna really come out in this book as the spoiler. This is really hard. How does everybody do this without saying this is what happens?
It is. I have interviewed some people where they just won't tell me anything about the book, and I'm like, this is really awful. You've got to give us something here, and it's like, oh, really after the first page, the rest of it's spoilers, so I can't do it. So those are challenging. This is, we're going. This is fine. So Gabriel, let's talk about Gabriel a little bit. Does he take after his father?
No. He is his own person. So, like, we have Michael, who is this very strict, very straight-laced, this is how thing. Gabriel's like, he's laid back. He will sit back and observe rather than jump in with a reaction. He out of the two, he's the one that kind of tempers Alexis and her urges to
Uh-huh.
act.
Uh-huh.
So you see this quite a lot between the two of them, and they have this mental conversation going on the whole time. And we have Alexis going, I must, and Gabriel going, do we have to do this? Like, yeah.
So there's some great built-in tension to the story just there between just the interaction and byplay between the two of them.
Yeah, well, the age of them now, they're kind of late teens and they're going to be aged up to 21, so they're going to be adults when they come out of this experience, this 6-year experience. It's just really interesting to see how, because I'm here writing and they tell me what I'll be like, this is what I have my beats, and this is the plot points that I've got to meet, and I have the characters going, but I'm not going to do that. Like, oh, please just behave, children. And it's like actually having real children. Yeah.
That is funny. So what's the plan for the series? This is 6.5 in the Kurtherian in-game series. So will the next one be 7.5?
I'm not sure if we're going to keep the time. I think I've got until the end of the timing KO 7
Okay.
to fit this in, and then Mike wants the twins back.
This is fun. Here
He
you
wants to
are.
go,
Take them
yes,
back.
Age these children and bring them back to me.
And give them
Yeah.
some experiences that I can use. Yes.
Yeah, but they're having this great experience. So the game that they're in, it's designed for one of the other main characters. There's 4 altogether. So we have Gabriel and Alexis as the mains, and then we have Trey, who is an alien called Abaka. They do look quite like Wookiees.
Uh-huh.
A little bit. So, but he's like this cool. I love him. He's really, and there's quite a few readers who like him as well. He has this obsession with human culture and learning. And so the first time we saw him in Endgame, he's there draped in like these bulletproof monk robes and like the Indiana Jones hat and all the. Oh, it was like, so that's him, and then his big hairy feet. But he's the heir to his whole people.
And
so
is there going to be artwork? Do you know? Will there be artwork in this book? The way there is in the in-game books?
So not in book one, but I hadn't thought of that. I will have to see what Michael says.
Ah, I see. You have to get with your co-author on that, the one who makes all those big decisions about artwork.
Yes, definitely. No, I would go mad, you see. I would just put something on every single page. So, yeah, no, it's a good thing I don't have those decisions. We wouldn't make any money doing that. Oh, let's do a comic. I know, let's do an active comic. No, let's not do any of those things, because let's just do a book.
Because that's what we do. We do books. But it would be fun at some point in the future to branch out into that kind of thing. That would be cool.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll see, won't we? Because like animation, cartoons, art, I love all that stuff. So if I could get a chance to just not to like do it, just have a nosy and see what goes on there. Like I just like to see what's going on in places, and then I come back to my work, and then I have a richer writing for it.
And so for people who are listening to this interview who have a finely tuned ear like me, I pick up an accent from you. Where are you from? Where are you now?
Right now, I'm in Preston, in England, in the UK.
And you were born and raised in the UK?
No, I'm from Wales. I'm from Wales.
Okay, all right.
Okay. And there's two separate countries.
How long have you been in the UK?
Just a year, actually.
Okay, all right.
This week. We've been here for 1 year this week.
Okay, and then you're, quote unquote, coming to America here in another month or so.
Yes, I am. I'm really excited. So I'm coming over, obviously, for the 20 Books to 50K conference in November, but I'm also coming early to spend some time with friends and family as well. So.
That's going to be great. It will be great to see you again. And we have to do this again. Maybe we could do our next interview in person. If you're far enough along with the second book, we could do it in Las Vegas and do it in person. That would be fun.
Oh, that would be cool. I have to go to Jesse's.
Yes, indeed.
See if we can get some questions in around the good food there. I have to get a taste of their mac and cheese again. It was just the nicest.
Well, Nat, thank you so much for being here. I look forward to doing this again. And for everybody out there listening, if you're into the Catherian Endgame series, you have to read the Out of Time series from N.D. Roberts and Michael Anderle.
Thank you. Bye.